Hi fans of high quality entertainment. This is going to be a two-parter because it is almost 10 o'clock at night. I just got home from work about half an hour ago, and I thought I would unbox these, and then tomorrow I'll open them. But there's actually a book I want to check out tonight. Oh, there's actually two, I forgot. There are two books. And CDs. It's been a while since I've ordered it. Wow. Is that ever thick? Now, the first book is a little different. Some of you might not even know who this person is, but I do. He's from the 60s. He's from a great 60s band. Good Lovin', My Life as a Rascal. Gene Cornish with Stephen Miller. He was the lead guitarist, or the guitarist for the Rascals, or the Young Rascals. And so I'll show this in the second part, but this is the one I wanted to check out tonight. I'm just interested in what he has to say, because they had a reunion a few years ago and did a few shows, and it seemed to be going well, and all of a sudden it stopped again, and you know the way bands are. And I also got another On Track. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload it, maybe before this one. I just got a book on the Beatles, the solo years, 1969 to 1980, and I was not, even the video, it's not that, I wasn't impressed when I did the video, but I read further, the book further, and I would not, and I was saying, you know, it's still worth buying. I kind of regret buying it now. It was very poorly done. But this one, I hope, is better. It's a different art, a different writer, Stuart McFarlane. On Track, Genesis, every album, every song. Oh, and there's pictures that I can scan. And if you didn't see the other videos, I also have books on track on Frank Zappa, Blue Oyster Cult, and Yes. And all three of those are excellent. It's just the Beatles one that was very disappointing. Now, I had the CD before, but I sort of scratched it. So I had to replace it. And I think it's the first time I've ever scratched a CD and ruined it. Well, there's times I scratch them on purpose, just for fun. Cosmo's Friggin' Factory by Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'll open it in the second half of the video after I have a nice sleep. Oh, I just wrecked it. Just joking. And speaking of the Rascals, I have one CD by the Rascals, which I showed in my showing all my CDs. The Rascals, Once Upon a Dream. And by the way, the drummer, Dino, I always forget his last name. Dino. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about if you know. You know, if you don't know the Rascals, then you don't know who I'm talking about anyway. But he did he's an artist too, an excellent artist, and that was always cool. He did that with, I guess, clay or something, I don't know, but it's really cool. So speaking of the Rascals, I got 2 more of their albums in one kind of a mini box set. The Rascals, See, and Search and Nearness, which I've never heard. I've heard See. I used to own that on vinyl, and I love the song See. If you've never heard the song See by the Rascals, check it out on YouTube, because it rocks. And the drumming by that Dino guy is superb. So we'll open those in the second half of the video. Okay, so that's it. Good night. See you tomorrow. Hi fans, I'm back. Good morning. So I read this, just the first few paragraphs last night, and it sounds good. Like, I enjoyed what I was reading. It has very good reviews on Amazon. It's a long book. It's got a few black and white pictures throughout. And he starts it with talking about the Rascals reunion they just did a few years ago. That Steve Van Zandt, the guitarist for Bruce Springsteen's band, he was a big fan. He put in a lot of money for this Once Upon a Dream tour, and it was doing great business and all that. But then, you know, certain band members, I guess, started getting greedy and egos and everything, and I guess at some point Steve just said, forget it, and he closed it all down. So, kind of a depressing start to the book, but, you know, it's going to be an interesting read. Also, I quickly went through this, Genesis, every album, every song, checked out a few songs, and this is much better. Now, I did a review of this, but I hadn't read it all, and I thought, I'm still glad I bought it. I actually am not glad I bought it. It's not a very good book. It's really poorly edited and put together, and some of the songs, there's hardly any information or comment on them, just one sentence, and it's garbage. But this, if you're a Genesis fan, it's much more similar to my Blue Oyster Cult, Frank Zappa, and Yes on Track books. And, you know, I'm not going to like everything he says about certain songs, like on some of those books. It's just his opinion, though, so I don't get too upset. He has a right to his own opinion. But I will read you, to show you what these kind of books are like, I will read you his thoughts on The Knife, one of my all-time favorite Genesis songs. This track was based on an idea from Banks and Gabriel called The Nice, as a reference to Keith Emerson's group at the time, who were also signed to Charisma. At the time of recording Trespass, Emerson was already rocking his organ and using a knife to hold down keys on his Hammond to create a sustained drone note. Then it goes on. It's quite lengthy here. So, yeah, just the end of this was interesting, something I didn't know. One of the more exciting tracks for the band to play live. It could often reach 19 minutes in length. I would love to hear that. The track was released as the only single from Trespass, split across both A and B sides in May 1971, but failed to enter the charts. Always a fan favorite, calls for The Knife were still being heard from audiences many years after Gabriel's departure. And the other one I read, Keep It Dark. Keep It Dark from Abacab, and he's saying that they use this short loop, and it, you know, goes throughout the song, and he finds it tedious or whatever. So it's not really a good review of Keep It Dark, and Keep It Dark is one of my favorite Genesis songs with Phil Collins on vocals. I love that song. So, you know, he has his own opinion, but still, I recommend this. Cosmo's Factory, as I mentioned, I had this before, and I scratched it. Might have been the wine. Have you ever damaged a CD? Because I think that's probably the first time I've ever, you know, where I wouldn't play. There it is, Cosmos Factory. And this has some bonus tracks on it, along with Bio Country. This is my favorite of theirs. Ramble Tamble, along with Keep on Chooglin, are my two favorite CCR tracks. And this comes with bonus material too. Traveling Band, Remake, Take, Up Around the Bend, live in Amsterdam, and Born on the Bayou, with Booker T and the MGs at Fantasy Studios. It's remastered. Comes with a nice booklet. It really sucks when good bands, break up. Like the Beatles. But, that's what happens with bands, egos and whatever else. And I always say John Fogerty was Creedence Clearwater Revival because he was the the songwriter for almost all of the songs. But, Stu Cook and Doug Clifford and Tom Fogerty, they were excellent. Great band. And finally, the Rascals, See and Search and Nearness. It says, where did I say that? Mastered in high definition, 24K or whatever. I don't understand. I'm not into the technical audio stuff, so I don't even know what that means. So there's the cover. This is actually very well put together. Nice booklet. So that's the cover for Search and Nearness, which I have never heard. And that is the cover for See, which I used to own on vinyl years and years ago. Oh, lots to scan. Lots of words to read. Definitely one of the great 60s bands. Dino Danelli, that's his name. I remember last night, I was tired, okay? I'm tired now. I couldn't remember his last name. And there's the CD. And the other CD. These double CDs, though, are very touchy sometimes. And they break. And there's the... So, very nicely done by whatever company did this. BGO Records. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I was just making sure I didn't have anything else here. No, just myself. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.